Last time on Heartache 101, my relationship with Shihoko got stronger and we actually started going out or something. On the side, I tried to help Akari with her depression situation. I also found out that I had a clear reason to be afraid of Hanami. In the end, I won the competition with Mickey, but my relationship with Shihoko wouldn't last. So I decided to try again. Okay, so I didn't go back too far, and I got the same result in the end, but one thing I'd like to bring up is that I accidentally asked Keika out. We were to meet at the pool the next day, but the next day she said that she would be at the beach, so I met with her there instead. After we spent some time together, I get a message on my phone from Keika, who's at the same place as I am, and she's upset about me missing our date. And I say that I need to apologize to her tonight. What? According to this game, I stood Keika up because I was already going out with her at the same time I was supposed to be going out with her somewhere else. What? Video game logic never fails to amaze me. There was so much to cover in this game, so much story, and that's not even all of it. Thankfully, I'm not going to cover it all. Anyways, when you beat the game, you can come back and try to get the other several endings and story branches. It's worth coming back just to see what happens if your actions are a little different. You can even add your own characters and story to the game. If you're not that creative, you can download custom characters and story to the game. Once you've cleared the game once, you'll unlock Clean Mode, which will allow you to play through the game using custom characters only, except in the intro. That's the only exception. I haven't really played around with that yet, but I've had a lot of fun with this game so far. In fact, I got kind of addicted to the game at first. I had a bit of trouble closing the game and doing other stuff for a bit. The gameplay is good and doesn't have many noticeable flaws. Speaking of gameplay, there's a segment I neglected to mention. Every day after school, the player can call any of the girls they've met if they have their numbers. At first, you can only call one at a time due to a crappy cell phone plan, but you can save up with orbs from the board map segments and loads of cash. You can go up to 3 calls a night as far as I've seen. During these segments, if they actually pick up, you can choose to talk to them or ask them out. Other times, you'll have to sit through a scripted event. The dialogue in this game is perfect, hardly any noticeable grammatical errors or any kind of typos. The dialogue never had me confused as to what was going on. It all made sense and felt fitting for each character that it was written for. Visually, the game is great for the most part. The board map looks okay in my opinion, but the locations and NPCs look good. Speaking of NPCs, the only ones that actually show up are the girls. Now, I know the game focuses on the girls, but it really would be nice if I could see the guys too, since I believe in gender equality and all that stuff. I can only see them on the map. It makes sense that I can only see the guy I'm playing as on there, but way less with the NPCs. Then there's the soundtrack. It's full of really good fitting music. Close this, you're probably wondering who the heck sent me those notes. I never found out in the playthrough I did these videos on, but I did when I screwed around in the game afterwards, after chasing after these notes while following a walkthrough, kind of. I found out that they were from a kid that Mickey babysat once. She took me with her to a babysitting job of hers once for some reason, and I did pretty much nothing while she chased after both her brother and the girl's little brother. I just sat on the couch playing the family's video games while the girl watched. I later actually talked to her and walked her home. This is when I found out that she's kind of been stalking me, and that she's really obsessed with me. Seriously, when you walk her home, your relationship quickly goes from a quarter of like to love, and it was kind of scary. I'll probably let you guys know if it actually works out between us or something. Luckily, I was successful in like my 4th playthrough of the game. You can no longer say that I can't even find true love in a video game. But, yeah. I have nothing else to say. I originally thought I'd do just 3 parts, but it ended up being more than I planned. At least it's over now. Well, if you liked what you saw, like the video, add it to your favorites, and or leave a comment. If you want to, anyways. Remember, the dislike button also exists if you didn't like this video. Last time, fridge. Okay, I'll get this started eventually. Yeah, I can do this. I'm totally good at reviewing. It's totally why I'm re-recording these, because the original voiceover wasn't that good. Things I do for you guys that don't watch me at all.